Season 12 of Below Deck saw a significant transformation, and I'm concerned that not all of the changes are good. In Season 12 of Below Deck, Captain Kerry Titherage makes a comeback to the St. David, this time sailing the seas off St. Bart's, Anguilla, and St. Martin. A number of well-known crew members join him, along with a group of fresh talent who are already having an impact on the franchise. Navigating the yacht through the tiny Simpson Bay Bridge is a recurring difficulty for Captain Kerry, but he is also dealing with other difficulties this season. More almost 10 years into Below Deck's run, changes are unavoidable, but I don't think the production is doing the best job. In the season's first episodes, the cast is already displaying symptoms of turmoil. Below Deck chef Lawrence Snowden left before finishing his first charter, and there have already been a number of issues for both the internal and external teams. In addition to the crew's tense relationship, the team is taking on difficult clients and extended charters. With a dubious outcome, the season's fresh experimental cutting approach reflects the tension on the high seas. Soléne Favreau, a French stew with very little experience, is the focal point of the drama inside the interior crew. Soléne earned the nickname Baby Stew for herself after working aboard yachts for a total of 22 days before Below Deck Season 12. Soléne's flightiness and ignorance of the fundamentals of yachting practices immediately frustrated her team, especially Rainbow DeRoos, the second cook. Rainbow was responsible for maintaining order within the ship, while Below Deck Chief Stu Fraser Olander was busy making sure Captain Kerry and the visitors were satisfied. Rainbow had to put in extra hours to make up for Soléne's lack of experience, and as she worked alone into the morning, her annoyance turned into a terrifying panic episode. Rainbow, who never should have been in this situation, insisted on keeping her annoyance to herself and slogging on until the task was completed. I believe Soléne's casting wasn't random, and she is ruining the entire squad. In 2023, Soléne made an appearance on Season 2 of Love Island, France, where she placed third. Her appearance on the French program The Cerveau, or The Brain, in 2024 marked the continuation of her reality TV career. Soléne has a sizable Instagram following and views herself as an influencer. I'm worried that she's a production plant whose only goal is to manufacture drama and boost her own notoriety because of her placement on Below Deck. In Season 11, Captain Kerry, who had previously appeared in the brief spin-off Below Deck adventure, made the switch to Below Deck. He is not the only well-known character returning for Season 12, as deckhand Kyle Stillie and other Season 11 veterans Fraser will also be joining him. Chef Anthony Iracane, another previous cast member, returned to the show a few days into the new season after Chef Lawrence left. Despite having earlier dismissed Anthony, Captain Kerry decided to give him another try now that he is in a more positive frame of mind. I'm not sure how I feel about the production's decision to bring back 4 of the cast members, but it was an interesting one. On the one hand, seeing so many people you know appear on film at this early point in the season is pleasant. However, it is difficult to get to know the other members of the Season 12 crew because of their overwhelming presence. It's difficult to overcome the prejudices and experiences of the previous season when there is a Below Deck veteran in every department. Additionally, the returning crew members have a complicated past that can derail the drama of Season 12. Because he feels that Fraser was involved in his termination, Anthony harbors anger toward Fraser. After being granted a very uncommon second opportunity, Anthony also needs to put in extra effort to show himself. Season 12 has seen Fraser and Kyle, who kissed playfully last season, continue their own banter. I'm concerned that there won't be as much space for fresh drama to develop because of these current relationships, and no one wants to spend an entire season repeating past plots. The experimental editing methods used in Below Deck Season 12 have been the most annoying aspect of the show. Production is using more creative freedom when it comes to camera angles and edits, including slow motion and fast cuts. The editing approach reflects the turmoil aboard the St. David, while the on-screen text and photo grids are suggestive of social media. Season 12 of Below Deck has already broken the fourth wall, which is uncommon in the series. In the first episode, Chef Lawrence spoke directly to the cameras, and he did so the entire time he was in the kitchen. The stress of the camera's close observation finally caused him to lose his temper and launch an insane tirade at the production team. Producers of Season 12 also employed the strategy of hinting at upcoming drama by jumping ahead to the impending confrontation between Fraser and Anthony, and then going back to the present to show how it played out. I question whether there is enough natural substance left to satisfy viewers, and whether producers are overpaying for the need for dizzying visual effects and a cast with inherent drama. The Below Deck Season 12 editing decisions alone would be a welcome shift. However, when combined with contentious casting decisions, I worry that Below Deck is on the verge of becoming overproduced. I question whether there is enough natural substance left to satisfy viewers, and whether producers are overpaying for the need for dizzying visual effects and a cast with inherent drama. There are other cast members than Soléne who make me question the producer's involvement. Surprisingly quickly, Chef Lawrence, a born-again Christian who conquered his prior troubles after discovering Christianity, fell apart. I thought that Chef Anthony's return could be explained by his unease with the cameras, even though he had agreed to participate in a reality show. It just so happened that Anthony was ready and willing to fill in at any time when Fraser recommended him to the captain. Bosun Caio Poltronieri's rapid run of embarrassing errors is also raising my suspicions. Caio shown a total lack of control over his crew's schedule after abandoning the visitors' luggage on the pier during the first charter. He even neglected to provide meal breaks for his workers. I also think it's odd that Caio hasn't tried to raise his own game, despite falling behind so early in the season. My suspicions that Caio is a producing plant will be validated if he keeps making thoughtless errors in spite of Captain Kerry's admonition. With all of the new production twists, it's difficult to gauge Below Deck Season 12's potential. I worry that the editing and casting are desperate attempts to hide the absence of quality material. Like many viewers, I would rather see drama develop organically, even if it takes some time to intensify. I'm suspicious of the producer's attempt to intensify the drama before the season even begins, and I'm starting to worry a lot about the show's new course.